Hello students, again welcome back to Disha online classes. So in the last class we have completed around 14 problems based on the geometric progression, right? So we will continue with a few more problems, right? See, in this chapter there are maximum number of problems, right? You will get more number of problems here, right? So now let us begin with the 15th problem based on what? Geometric progression. So see the question here. Given a geometric progression with A is equal to 729, right? So what are we given here? We are given the first term of the geometric progression and seventh term is 64, right? We are given the value for A, that is considered as what? First term of the geometric progression, and we are also given the seventh term of the GP. Seventh term in the sense the value for A7, that is given as 64, right? So what we have to find out here? We have to determine the value for S7. S7 is nothing but what? Sum to how many terms? 7 terms of the GP, right? So let us calculate the value for S7. Solution. See here. First let us write the given things. What is given? We are given A is equal to 729, right? And A7, that is seventh term of the GP, is equal to nth term is given by what? A into R power 7 minus 1. Here the value for n is 7, right? So it is given as A into R power 7 minus 1. A into R power 7 minus 1 is 6. It is given as what? It is given as 64, right? Now, what we have to calculate? We have to calculate the value for S7, right? That is, we need to know the value for A as well as we need to know the value for common ratio. We are already given the value for A. Now, can I substitute the value of A in this equation and calculate the value for common ratio? Right? So let us take the value for A is equal to 29 in this equation. Right? Let this be equation 1. Now, put A is equal to 729 in equation 1. Let us see what we will get. 729 into R power 6 is equal to 64, right? You need the value for R, so keep it to the LHS, transfer this term to the RHS. It will be 64 divided by 729. This is equal to, see, now I will convert these two terms in powers of 2 as well as in powers of 3. I will convert this numerator in powers of 2 and I will convert this denominator in powers of 3, right? So why am I converting? You will come to know here. 64 can be written as 2 power 6. That is, when you multiply 2 6 times, you will get 64, right? Divided by 729 can be written as again 3 power 6. That is, when you multiply 3 6 times, you will get 729. Right? So now see. Now what I will do is, I have this laws of indices. A by B whole power m is equal to A power m by B power m. Right? Now see. This is in the form of right hand side. That is A power m divided by B power m. Here the value for A is 2. The value for B is 3. The value for m is 6. That is, the powers are same. So can I write it in the form of LHS? That is A divided by B whole power m, right? So what will it be? R power 6 is equal to 2 divided by 3 whole power 6. Am I right? Now, compare these two terms in the LHS and RHS. These two terms are equal. Powers are equal, right? When these two terms will be equal? When the bases are also same. So on comparing these two terms from LHS and RHS, the value of R I get is 2 divided by 3. So I hope you understood how did I write the value for r here, right? So this is less than 1. Now, when r is less than 1, we know that Sn is equal to a into 1 minus r power n divided by 1 minus r. This is the formula we use, right? So we have the value for a, we have got the value for r, and we also know the value for n. N is equal to what? 7. So let us substitute in this. Here n is equal to 7, a is given as 729, and the common ratio is obtained as 2 by 3. Right? So let us substitute in this. See, S7 is equal to, the value for a is 729 into 1 minus value for r is 2 by 3, value for n is again 7, whole divided by 1 minus 2 divided by 3. Right? So S7 is equal to 729 into, again 1 as it is, minus, again this is of the form a by b whole power m. So I will write it in terms of a power m by b power m. Power is same, right? So this can be written as 2 power 7 divided by 3 power 7 whole divided by 1 minus 2 divided by 3. Here the LCM is 3. So it will be 1 3s are 3 1s are 3 minus 2. What is 3 minus 2? 1 divided by 3. So that will be your denominator. Am I right? So now S7 is equal to, see, in the denominator we have a fraction term. So I can take it as a reciprocal. So when I take it reciprocal, here the 3 goes to the numerator. So what is 729 into 3? It will be 2187. It becomes a reciprocal. So it will be 3 divided by 1. 3 goes to the numerator. So it will be product. So 729 into 3 will be 2187. You can check that by multiplying. Right? Into 1 minus. See here. 2 power 7 is nothing but what? We are multiplying to how many times? 7 times. So here 2 power 6 is 64. One more time we are multiplying. So 2 power 7 will be 128 divided by 3 power 7. That is, you are multiplying 3 how many times? 7 times. When you multiply 3 7 times, the answer you get will be 2187. You can check that. Right? So S7 is equal to 2187 as it is now. It is 1 by 1. The LCM will be 2187. So here I will multiply 2187. Here I will multiply 1. So in the numerator you get 2187 minus 128 divided by 2187. 2187, 2187 get cancels. Right? So this is equal to, when you subtract these two terms, the answer you get will be 2059. That is 2187 minus 128 will be 2059. You can subtract and check the term. Right? So what is the final value that we have got? Therefore, S7 is equal to 2059. Right? Therefore, S7 is equal to 2059. That is the required value for the given GP with some given terms. Right? So I hope you understood the solution for this problem. So what is the final value we get? S7 is equal to 2059. That is, after this you write this one at last, at the last. Right? So I hope you understood this. Right. So now we will move on to the next one. Right. So the next question. A person has 2 parents, 4 grandparents, 8 great grandparents, and so on. Find the number of his ancestors during the 10 generations preceding his own. Right? So by seeing this question, I hope many of you, like, you have remembered the example that was given while I was explaining the definition of the sequence. Right? I have taken this example to explain while I was explaining about the definition of the sequence. Am I right? So the same question is given here. What did we do there? There was 30 years of generation gap. For over 300 years, what did I do? I have written the number of ancestors I had. Am I right? So for each generation, how many ancestors I will be having. So that is what given here. Right? That is, a person has 2 parents, 4 grandparents, 8 great grandparents, and so on. Right? What are they asking you to find? They are asking you to find the total number of his ancestors for the 10 generations. Right? So see here. First will be 2, next will be 4, next is 8 given. So it will be 16, so on to. How many generations they have given? For the 10 generations. So here the value of n is 10. Right? So what we have to do here is, we have to add all the ancestors, and for total of 10 generations, we have to calculate how many ancestors I had. For the first generation I had 2. For the second generation I had 4. So total number of ancestors here are 6. Right? In the same way, till the 10th generations, how many ancestors I will be having. That is total number of ancestors. So I have to add all this. Right? So it means what? In other words, I have to calculate the value for Sn. Here n is equal to what? 10. So I have to calculate the value for S10. So from this geometric series, that is whatever is given here, I will get the value for A as 2. I will get the common ratio is A2 by A1. 4 by 2 is 2. It is greater than 1. So you know the formula for Sn. Substitute the value for A, substitute the value for R, and substitute the value for N, and calculate the value for S10. So this will be for your homework. Right? It is very easy. Next. So observe this. See, this problem is important in the exam point of view also. Right? So it may be asked for 3 marks. See here. The sum of first 3 terms of a GP is 13 divided by 12. What is given? Sum of first 3 terms of the GP. So when I add first 3 terms of the GP, the value I get will be 13 by 12. And their product is -1. Their product here indicates that the product of first 3 terms. Right? When you add, you will get 13 by 12. When you take the product, that is when you multiply 3 terms, you will get -1. So this is the given thing. Find the common ratio. What we have to find out? We have to find out the common ratio and the terms. And the terms in the sense, we have to calculate the first 3 terms. So what are those first 3 terms? Such that when you add, you will get 13 by 12. When you multiply, you will get -1. So let us see what are those terms and what is the common ratio. Right? So first we will write the given. Right? So before that, so let us consider first 3 terms. We have to calculate that also. Right? So see here, how will I take the first 3 terms? Let A by R common, A comma AR be the first three terms of the GP. Right? So I have considered these three terms as the first three terms. Next, let us write the given. What is given? Sum of first three terms. So I have considered these three as the first three terms. So when I add this, I will get 13 by 12. So what will it be? A by R plus A into R is given by 13 divided by 12. Let this be equation 1. Right? Next, their product is, that is when I multiply these three, A by R into A into R is equal to minus 1. So here R get cancels. A into A is A cube is equal to minus 1. So this implies the value of A is minus 1. Right? Cube root of minus 1 is again what it is? Minus 1. So the value of A will be minus 1. Now, you may get a doubt here that, sir, while explaining about the standard form, we have considered A comma AR comma AR square so on as the terms of the geometric progression. So according to this, the first three terms will be AR and AR square. But I am taking here A by R, A and AR. You may get a doubt. Why am I taking like this? But these are the first three terms. Why am I taking like this? See, listen very carefully. If you take this or if you take this, it is okay. You can take any one of these three terms, right? You can either consider these three terms or you can consider these three terms, right? But the only thing is, there will be some difference in the calculation part. I mean, the answer will be same, but you will face bit difficulties while you consider these three things, right? See, whenever the product of three terms is given in the question, these three terms are recommended, right? That is, when the product is given, that is product of three terms given in the question, if you take these three as the first three terms, then it will be very easy for you to calculate whatever the question is, right? If you consider this, what will happen? See here, when I take these three as the first three terms, now take the product. A into AR square is equal to some minus 1 is there. A into A is A cube, R into R square is R cube is equal to minus 1. It becomes lengthy for you to calculate any one of the value here. Again, you have to take in terms of A, substitute in this equation or do many lengthy calculation. When I take these three terms as the first three terms, see here R and R is getting cancelled. We are only remained with A, so that we are getting one value here very easily, right? So that is why I have considered first three terms as A by R, A and AR. You can also take this, but the calculation will be bit lengthy. It will become difficult for you to calculate. So that is why I am considering this. So remember, whenever the product of three terms is given in the question, if you take these three as the first three terms, it will be very easy for you to calculate or very easy to solve the problem, right? So I hope you are now not confused why am I taking this, right? Next, see here, we have got the value for A. So let us substitute this in the equation number 1 and calculate the value for R. So put A is equal to minus 1 in equation 1. So what I will get? Minus 1 by R plus C. Plus C is there in between. The value for A is minus 1. So plus of minus 1. Plus into minus will be minus. So it will be minus 1. right? Right. So what I will get from the equation number 1? Minus 1 by r plus of minus 1. Plus into minus will be minus 1. Again plus of minus 1 here. Plus into minus will be minus. So minus 1. So minus 1 into r will be minus r. Right? So this is equal to 13 divided by 12. So now you need the value of r. So keep it to the left hand side, transfer minus 1 to the right hand side. So minus 1 by r minus r is equal to 13 divided by 12 plus 1. Right? So here LCM will be r square. So this is into r, this is into 1. So minus 1 into 1 will be minus 1. Minus r into r will be minus r square is equal to, again see this one. Here the LCM will be 12. So it is 12 ones are, it is 1 12s are. So 13 ones is 13 plus 1 12s is 12. 13 plus 12 will be 25. Now cross multiply the terms here. I will take this 12 to the LHS, so it will come to the numerator. It will be the product. So plus into minus will be minus. 1 into 12 will be 12. Minus into plus is minus. 12 into r square is 12r square. When you take this towards the LHS, you will multiply 12 inside the bracket, right? So you will get this term is equal to r square. Let me transfer to the RHS. So it will be 25 r square. Right? Sorry, this is r, right? So LCM is r. So that will be 25r. Now let us transfer these two terms to the RHS. So what I will get? See, these two will become positive. So 12r square plus 25r plus 12 is equal to 0. That is, see, when you transfer these two terms to the RHS, it will be 0 is equal to 12r square plus 25r plus 12. So I can write like this also. Right now, this is a quadratic equation. How will we solve the quadratic equation? We will split the middle term or we will use the formula. Any one of the thing you can do. Right? So see here. Let us go by the splitting middle term or let us go by the what? Formula method. Whatever is easy for you, you can go with that. Right? So see. We need the value for r. So r is equal to, I will go by the formula method, minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Right? See here, numbers are big, right? 12 into 12 will be 144. Sometimes it will be difficult for us to know the factors also. It will take bit time. So instead of doing that, let us go by the formula, right? So here a is equal to 12, right? B is equal to 25 and C is equal to again 12. So let us substitute there. R is equal to, what is B value? 25. So minus 25 plus or minus square root of B square, that is 25 square. 25 square is 625 minus 4 into A into C. 4 into A. What is the value for A? It is 12. So 12 4 is 48. Am I right? So again into C. What is the value for C? It is equal to what? It is equal to 12. So 48 into 12. 4 into 12 into 12. Right? 4 into 12 is 48. 48 into 12 will be what? It will be around 576. Right? So it is 576 whole divided by 2 into A. Again the value for A is 12. So 2 into 12 is 24. Right? So see here, 4 into 12 is 48. 48 into 4. sorry, 48 into 12. 12 8 is 96, so 6 9 carry. 12 4 is 48. 48 plus 9 will be 57. You can multiply and see that. R is equal to minus 25 plus or minus square root of. See, when you subtract these two terms, you will be remained with what? 49, right? 625 minus 576 will be 49 whole divided by 24. You can do that. See, this is simple mathematical calculation I am doing, right? You can substitute the values and you can check the value for R, right? So when you subtract this, it will be 49. R is equal to minus 25 plus or minus square root of 49 is 7 whole divided by 24. So now let us separate this. R is equal to minus 25 plus 7 by 24, or R is equal to minus 25 minus 7 by 24, right? So what R values I will get? See, here signs are different, so I will subtract. What is 25 minus 7? It will be 18 and put the greater number sign. So minus 18 by 24 or minus 25 minus 7. Signs are same, add them. So it will be R is equal to minus 32 by 24. So here see, 6 3 is 18, 6 4 is 24, 8 4 is 32, 8 3 is 24. So your R value will be minus 3 by 4 or R is equal to minus 4 by 3. So here you got two values for common ratio, right? So we have considered the given terms, we have obtained the value for A. I have substituted the value for A in equation number 1 and I have got the value for R. So I hope you understood till here, right? So now, the first thing we have to find in the question is common ratio. So we have already found the common ratio. There are two common ratios, that is there are two values for R. Next what we have to calculate? We have to calculate these terms. What will be these terms such that sum will be 13 by 12, product will be minus 1, right? So there are two values for R. So we will see for each values of R what are the terms that we get here, right? So see, first let us take R is equal to minus 3 by 4, right? So for R is equal to minus 3 by 4, the terms are what is the value for A? It is minus 1. So let us substitute here. Minus 1 divided by minus 3 by 4, comma. The value for A is minus 1. A into R. Minus 1 into minus 3 by 4. Right? So here minus minus will be plus. In the denominator we have fraction. So I will take reciprocal. It will be 4 by 3. Am I right? It will be minus 1 as it is. Minus into minus is plus. So 1 into 3 by 4 is 3 by 4. So when your common ratio is minus 3 by 4, the first three terms of the GP will be 4 by 3, minus 1, 3 by 4. Right? How to check whether these three are correct or not? Add them. You have to get 13 by 12. Multiply them. You have to get minus 1. If you get that, then your terms will be correct. Right? So one more R value is there, that is minus 4 by 3. So now for that we will calculate what will be the terms. Right? See here. So for R is equal to minus 4 by 3, the terms are. So what are the terms? A divided by R, the value for A is minus 1 divided by R minus 4 by 3. Again A here minus 1, A into R minus 1 into minus 4 by 3. This will be reciprocal, minus minus will be plus. So 3 by 4 comma minus 1, minus into minus is plus, 1 into 4 by 3 is 4 by 3. So this will be your answer. So you will get different terms for the different values for common ratio. But when you add them and multiply them, you will get 13 by 12 as well as minus 1 respectively. So this is how you solve this problem. So I hope you understood, right? So there is one more problem similarly like this. I will give it to you as a homework. You try that. Right. So the 18th question is similar to the 17th question. The only difference is the product is different. Sorry, the sum is different. There we had 13 by 12. Here we have 39 by 10. And the product we had there is minus 1. Here we have 1. Same we have to calculate the common ratio as well as the terms. Right? So this will be for homework. Follow the same procedure. Right? There is no difference. Only sum will be different and product will be different. Accordingly, you will get the value for A as well as R. Accordingly, find out the terms. Right? So now we will go on to the next one. I will solve here. Solution. See, the sum of first three terms of a GP is 16. What is given? Sum of first three terms of the GP is 16 and the sum of next three terms is 128. See here, product of three terms is not mentioned. So it is okay if you take A, AR square as the first three terms. Right? So what is given? Sum of first three terms is 16. Right? So first let us write the given terms. Given. So what is given? A plus AR plus AR square is equal to, what is that? 16. Right? So here let first write, let the GP be. Let the GP be A comma AR square so on. Right? In that sum of first three terms is equal to what? 16. Let us take this as equation 1. And the sum of next three terms. Next three terms in the sense AR cube, AR power 4 and AR power 5. AR cube plus AR power 4 plus AR power 5. This is given as what? 128. 128. Let this be equation number 2. Determine the first term. That is, we have to calculate the value for A. The common ratio, we have to calculate the value for R. And the sum to n terms of the GP. Sum to n terms in the sense, we have to calculate Sn. So there are three values to be calculated. One is the value for A, one is the value for R, and another is the value for Sn. Right? So how to calculate that? See, first let us calculate the value for A as well as R here. Right? So what will that be? Right, so we have to calculate the value of A as well as R. So first we will calculate this. How to calculate this? We will use the given two conditions, right? So what I will do here is, I will divide equation number 2 by equation number 1, right? So dividing equation number 2 and equation number 1, right? So let us see what we get. We get AR cube plus AR power 4 plus AR power 5. That is LHS to LHS we have to divide. LHS of equation 1 is A plus AR plus AR square. Right? So this is equal to 128 divided by 16. Right? So now, see in the numerator, A is common. Right? So it is A. Now what I will do, I will take the lowest degree term. That is R cube is also common in the numerator. Right? I will take this outside. R cube. What I will be remained with? I will be remained with 1 here. Plus I will be remained with R here. And I will be remained with R square here. Whole divided by, see here. A into R cube into 1 is AR cube. A into R cube into R. R cube into R is again R power 4. A into R cube into R square. R cube into R square is AR power 5. So again when you multiply this inside the bracket, you are getting the same terms in the numerator. Right? So you will come to know why I have taken R cube also as common. Right? See here. Again in the denominator, A is common. So take it outside. You will be left with 1 plus R plus R square. A into 1 is A into R is AR, A into R square is AR square. Right? So see here. There is one term which is same in numerator as well as denominator. Right? So it cancels. Is equal to 16 ones are 16, 8 is 128. So this is equal to 8. So to make our calculations simple, I have taken R cube also as common here. Right? A get cancels. So I am left with R cube is equal to 8. Right? This implies R cube is equal to 8 can be written as 2 cube. That is 2 cube is 8. So on comparing this, the R value I get is 2. Right? By comparing, see power is same. These two terms are equal. When they will be equal? When basis will also be the same. So R is equal to 2. Right? So I have calculated the common ratio. Now what I will do? I will substitute R in any one of these equations and I will get the first term. Am I right? So what we will do now? We will substitute R is equal to 2 in equation 1. You can also substitute in equation 2. No problem. So what I will get? Equation number 1. A plus A into R. The value for R is 2. So 2 into A. So 2A plus A into R square. R value is 2. 2 square is 4. 4 into A. 4A is equal to the RHS side is 16. Right? 4A plus 2A is 6A. 6A plus A is 7A is equal to 16. Therefore, the value for A is 16 divided by 7. Right? So we wanted the first term as well as the common ratio. So we have obtained the first term and also the common ratio. One more thing we are asked to find out. What is that? Sum to n terms of the GP. Sum to n terms in the sense we have to calculate the value for Sn. Right? So what is the formula for Sn? See. The common ratio here is 2. So it is greater than 1. So Sn formula will be, we know that Sn is equal to A into R power n minus 1 divided by R minus 1. Right? So we know the value for A, we know the value for R. Here n is equal to n. Why? Because we are asked to calculate a sum to n terms. Right? So let us substitute all the values. Sn is equal to the value for A is 16 by 7 into the value for R is 2, that is 2 power n minus 1 divided by whole divided by R minus 1, that is 2 minus 1. Therefore, Sn is equal to 2 minus 1 is 1. This will come to the denominator. So your value will be 16 by 7 into 2 power n minus 1. So this will be sum to n terms of the geometric progression. So this is how you solve the given problem. So I hope everybody understood this solution, right? So now we will move on towards the next one. Right. So the next one, find a GP for which sum of first two terms is minus 4. So what is given for us? We are given sum of first two terms, right? So sum of first two terms in the sense A plus AR. These are the first two terms of the GP, right? So this is given as minus 4. Let us consider this as 1. And the fifth term is 4 times the third term. And the fifth term is 4 times the third term. So what is the meaning of this condition? See, for example, consider that the third term is equal to 3, right? If you multiply it by 4, you will get the fifth term, right? Whatever the value you get, it will be the fifth term. That is, third term is A3. So when you multiply 4 to A3, the value you get will be the fifth term of the GP, right? So these two are given for us. What we have to do? We have to find the geometric progression. That is, we have to find out the terms. What are the terms present in the geometric progression such that sum of first two terms is minus 4 and fifth term is 4 times the third term, right? So let us see what will be our geometric progression. See, let the GP be A comma AR comma AR square, so on, right? So in order to find out the terms of the geometric progression, I should know the value for A as well as R. So let us calculate these two values from the given condition. So what is given for us? First thing is sum of first two terms is minus 4. That is, A plus AR is equal to minus 4. Let this be equation 1. And we are also given that fifth term in the sense A5 is equal to 4 times of the third term. That is, when you multiply 4 to the third term, you will get a fifth term, right? A5 is nothing but what? An is equal to A into R power n minus 1. Here in place of n we have 5. So this will be A into R power 5 minus 1. So it will be equal to 4. Is equal to 4 into A3 in the sense A into R power 3 minus 1. So it will be AR square. So A get cancels here, right? So you need the value for A. So let us transfer this to the LHS. Let us keep 4 to the RHS. So R power 4 by R square is equal to 4. So this is of the form A power m by A power m is equal to A power m minus m, right? When bases are same in both numerator and denominator, then the powers will be subtracted, right? So what will this be? This will be R power 4 minus 2 is equal to 4. So this implies 4 minus 2 is 2. So R square is equal to 4. So R is equal to plus or minus 2. So this will be the value for r, that is r is equal to plus or minus square root of 4. Square root of 4 is 2. So this is the value for r. So how many values we have got for r? We have 2 values of r, right? So according to the value of r, let us see what value of a we will get. That is, when r is equal to 2, we will see what is the value for a. And when r is equal to minus 2, we will see what is the value for r. And accordingly, we will also see the terms of the geometric progression, right? So see, for r is equal to 2 in equation 1, right? I am substituting the value of r in equation number 1 so that I will get the value for a, right? So for r is equal to 2, first I will consider plus 2. So let us see what we will get. A plus a into r is equal to 2, I am taking that. So 2 into a is 2a is equal to minus 4. A plus 2a is 3a is equal to minus 4. So the value of a here is minus 4 by 3. So when r is equal to 2, the value of a is equal to minus 4 by 3. Right? Next, let me take r is equal to minus 2. For r is equal to minus 2 in equation number 1. See here, a as it is, a into r, a into minus 2, plus into minus will be minus, so this will be minus 2a is equal to minus 4. A minus 2a is minus a is equal to minus 4. Minus minus will be again plus, so a is equal to 4. So for r is equal to minus 2, you will get a is equal to 4. So here I have 2 different values for the first term as well as 2 different values for the common ratio. So according to those values, let us see what will be our geometric progression, right? So first what we will do, we will calculate the GP for r is equal to 2 and a is equal to minus 4 by 3, right? So see here, for a is equal to minus 4 by 3 and r is equal to 2, the GP is, let us see what will be the GP. A first term, so a is minus 4 by 3, comma, a into r, minus 4 by 3 into 2, comma, a into r square, right? So r square is 2 square. 2 square is nothing but what? 4. So minus 4 by 3 into 4, so on. Right? So what will be your GP? Therefore, minus 4 by 3, comma, 4 into 2 is 8, so minus 8 by 3. Right? Next, 4 into 4 is 16, minus into minus plus is minus, so minus 16 by 3, so on. So these are the terms of the geometric progression whenever a is minus 4 by 3 and r is equal to 2. So we have one more value for a and r, so let us take that also and let us see the GP, right? For a is equal to 4 and r is equal to, what is that? Minus 2, right? The GP is, see, first term is a is equal to what? 4, so it is 4, comma. Second term is a into r, that is 4 into minus 2, right? Third term is a into r square, that is 4 into minus 2 whole square, so on. Right? So this will be 4, plus into minus is minus, 4 2 is 8, so it will be minus 8. Minus 2 whole square is 4, 4 4 is 16, so on. Right? So these will be the 2 different geometric progressions for 2 different values of r as well as a. So this is how you solve this problem. So I hope you understood the solution, right? So I hope you followed the procedure to solve this question. Am I right? Like, I hope you understood this, right? Okay. So we will end the session here itself for this class. So in the next class there are few more problems on geometric progression. We will finish that in the next class, right? Thank you.